Hello Tokusatsu community, and welcome back to the final episode of my SODO Sundays series here on the Toku Toy Store YouTube channel. This is the series where I cover all the latest SODO, SHODO, and Udaline figure news from Japan. Today on the series finale of this nearly 5-year-long series here on YouTube and Facebook and all the different places over the years, we really don't have much news to discuss. But, you know, in kind of the end of the whole series here, I guess it's sort of fitting that we don't have like a ton of stuff, I guess, because the blog sort of kind of took a break. So we're just going to go ahead and jump right into it and wrap this up. So the only piece of news that we really have comes from the SHODO line. So nothing for SODO and nothing for Udo. But basically for the SHODO line here, we have one figure teased. And basically they teased a brand new figure for the SHODO line at the end of kind of the big blog demonstration of SHODO, I think 9, the most recent Outsider set that came out that had like Arc Zero in it. It also had like Evil in his black hole form, kind of, you know, and Gold Drive was in there as well. Kind of just some figures that sort of, you know, went along with some of the more recent SHODO X sets, and even some sort of also going along with SHODO XX. And basically they had the very beautiful pictures that they always take, where they featured the figures in all of its different posing capacities and display capacities, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. And then they ended the blog post last week with this very blurry image of just what is obviously Double in his CycloneJoker Xtreme form. Now they didn't confirm if this is for like SHODO XX3, which they did just reveal the second set not that long ago, or if this is for some sort of premium Bandai set, or if it's a premium Bandai standalone figure, because they have also done that for the SHODO line where they've just done one figure, just a one-off figure in the SHODO line for premium. So we're not sure how they're releasing this figure yet, but I'm sure it will be revealed within time, and it's probably just another thing to kind of tie into the whole Futa PI hype for Comrade Double that's out there right now, and we'll kind of see where that goes. But honestly, that's it. There was no SODO updates because they have not officially launched Comrade Geats' SODO line. They probably will when the blog comes back, because this little SHODO tease was last week's, and in this current weekend the blog took the week off. But I'm sure they're going to come back next weekend for either a kind of a wrap-up to Revice, or maybe even show a teaser of Geats' figure, although they might wait until Geats' first episode the following weekend to like really dive into it, even though we've already seen Comrade Juga's figure, which is absolutely going to be in a Geats set of some kind, probably the first set, because they've kind of been very cryptic about how they're releasing it, even though it's obviously going to be in Geats' SODO line. But honestly, that's it. That's going to do it for SODO Sundays, which is absolutely crazy. So it just is. Like, I'm going to just take a minute here to kind of send off the series, but I started this series on, not actually with Toku Toy Store, I started it out on Toku Topics 5 years ago. Very not great, you know, I was not as good with video production and stuff as I am, you know, these days with, you know, this series and Toku Topics and all the other stuff that I do in the Tokusatsu community on YouTube and everything. But, you know, it was a really fun series. I always enjoyed seeing the SODO figures always get revealed every Saturday night, and then talking about them on Sundays, which I think has been pretty consistently bi-weekly. I'm pretty sure it's been every other Sunday. I don't think I ever did it as a weekly thing. I don't actually quite remember, but I did that on Toku Topics for a couple of months, and then Jeremy from Toku Toy Store reached out to me and asked if I was willing to and wanted to bring the series over to his website and to his store and everything, and I was absolutely willing to do so. So it moved over to the YouTube channel. I think it was also on the Facebook page exclusively for a period of time, and then it moved back to the YouTube channel for Season 5, which was covering all of the different stuff for Revice, because we had Season 1, which was Build, Season 2, which was Geo, Season 3, which was 01, Season 4, which was Saber, and Season 5, which was Revice. And that's it. I kind of just felt with, you know, all the different things that I'm doing right now, if I was able to take one thing off of my plate, I figured SODO Sundays probably had to be the thing on the chopping block. I don't collect SODO as much as I would like to. I do try to get it occasionally and everything like that. It's just there's a lot, and it takes a lot of time to sticker everything up. But I still very, very much love the line. I love talking about it with my buddies over on SODO Pop whenever we do that, but even that's on a hiatus. But I still talk about it every Friday night on Geek Each Week, so it's still something I talk about every single week. But it's just not as much of a focus, you know, for my tokusatsu collecting or news reporting or anything as it was 5 years ago. And so I figured it was probably just kind of the right time to end the series here. And if anybody, you know, anybody who's continuously watched the show for 5 years, thank you so much for all the different support on it. It was a very fun thing to make every other weekend, and I was able to keep that up pretty consistently. I think only a couple of times did I have to message him and be like, hey, the episode's gonna be late, or we're gonna have to take this week off, or whatever it may be. For the most part, we kept a pretty consistent schedule for nearly 5 years. I think the first episode was on Toku Topics on like September 10th, 2017 or something like that. And this episode will be going up on August 21st, 2022. So it's just absolutely crazy here, but that's it. Until next time, we're not. I'm so used to saying that. Until the next time you see me somewhere on the Tokusatsu, world of the internet, you can still see me on Toku Topics, Too Many Topics, Geek Each Week, SODO Pop, Twitter at Living Ranger Key or LightningFigPR, and that will do it for SODO Sundays. That's it. Tokusatsu forever.